most overlooked spinal problem. The most overlooked spinal problem, I believe, is involving the sacroiliac joint, involving the weight-bearing portion of this joint. And so this joint bears weight as we stand on one leg. And we're obviously standing on one leg for parts of a second every time we walk. So it's very important that that functions right. When that loses the weight-bearing function, we're going to get a lot of muscular compensations all the way up through the spine. Now I want to cover how we find that problem and then how we fix it. So how we find the problem is to take a strong muscle, which is just an indicator of change in the nervous system. So a muscle that's locked, we have the person stand on one leg. If they go weak, there's a weight-bearing problem in that sacroiliac joint, and they're not able to carry weight there properly. And as I mentioned, it's going to compensate all the way up through the spine. We saw this recently on a person who's went to a chiropractor for 30 years, or once a month, or more often if had an injury, and they still had this problem. It's the most overlooked problem in spinal care and in chiropractic. Now, so we find it by having the person stand on one leg and see if the muscular system changes, and then we correct the problem. And there's two ways that we can correct the problem. One way is having a person lay on blocks. So they're laying on their back, they're laying on blocks in a specific way, which brings that joint together and aligns that joint up. The second way would be to have a person, and I often do this standing, is I'll actually tap both sides of the joint, and sometimes I'll take two instruments, one instrument on one side and one instrument on the other, and tap the joint together into a weight-bearing position. Now some docs will use belts around the spine to help stabilize that. I don't do that as much. One of the things that we do is we'll put the person on our pulsed electromagnetic therapy, which uses magnetic pulses to strengthen the tissue and bring the charge, the electrical charge of the tissues up to par, and that'll strengthen the joint. And there's other ways we can use nutrition to strengthen the joint. Standard Process makes products called Ligaplex that are very good of providing the nutrients needed, manganese and other nutrients, to strengthen this joint and get it more stable. Once this joint is more stable, a lot of other spinal problems will improve. I'm Dr. Michael Winters, Winters Wellness, Chiropractic Redefined, and we're constantly looking for what is causing interference to the person's health. We deal with the hormonal system, the immune system, the detoxification pathways, and the neurological connection. That's part of our trademarked signature on HIDN. It's called HIDN. If you are interested in finding more out about this, email me at drwinters@winterswellness.com. No periods in there, just drwinters@winterswellness.com. Subscribe to us on YouTube here for more videos like this, and like us on Facebook.